Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the snake pit. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hurricanes will kick it off to get us underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and invent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
He's right on target, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The aerial assault continues. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Terrapins are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Marks. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Mano-y-mano, man. One-on-one go ball. Who's going to make a play? The defender steps up to the occasion, knocks that one away for an incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A full dive to haul that one in. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Calls his own number. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Hurricanes! What a catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now the play fake. He's got his man. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And the Terrapins will hustle to the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gonna take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's McCown. Got his man on the right. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for space, it's Conrad. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the fullback. Bulls his way forward. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He makes a grab. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on that top 5 battle. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Oregon. We promise to keep you updated if anything changes in this matchup of 1 versus 2. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this 1st down.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Give to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Coming after it. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Fourth down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on.
Trying to get behind the defense. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Terrapins will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Quickly out to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a man, it's McCown. Looking down the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll keep it on the ground. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
When a running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Using the quick game.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. On the ground, it's Stroud. And the Terrapins pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. They'll try the left side. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it'll be downed right there.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This offense has struggled to get any rhythm going, and the only success they've had is throwing to this guy. So no question here in the second half, they're going to try to do that more often, but the defense knows it. Nice job there in coverage, making sure that one fell incomplete.
After misfiring, it's second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
The Canes with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll go back to the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man down the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, and understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Hurricanes want to move quickly.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. Maryland 14, Miami 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Ready to try the point after. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, big update in this colossal top 5 showdown today. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by a field goal over Oregon. We'll keep you posted on things until the clock hits zeros in a game that, for now anyway, has been very revealing.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Lining up to convert third down. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Setting up the screen. Turns it on at midfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throat, and they gashed you.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Dropping back, it's Barnes. Got it! And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting the...
Touchdown, Maryland! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
3rd and goal situations, these are so hard as a defense, so little room to be able to give an inch at all. And you know when he goes under center, there's a good chance quarterback sneaks coming, and the offense does it and successfully gets the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. Gets it out quickly. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's McCown. Makes his connection. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop, and you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Trying to make magic with his feet. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Fires to the tight end. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's McCown. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've gotten the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. The snap sets up the throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Tosses to the quarterback. He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Timeout, Miami.
And the Terrapins will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Down for this offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here comes the offense on 1st down. To the air, it's McCown. Shoots it to the left. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so at the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. On the move, it's Conrad. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space?
Headed to the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Gets it out fast. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Terrapins! They take the lead here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Got to be impressed with the level of execution here in the second drive of OT. One play, score a touchdown, and now it's decision time, David. You kick the extra point and keep this thing going, or do you go for 2 and try to win?
Yeah, and you're right. The response was amazing. I mean, you give up a touchdown, you have a tendency to get down on yourself. No. First play, great execution. Now, do I go for the win? Do I play this safe, or do I go try to take this moment right now and get the W?
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to pass. It's McCown. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The gift to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, Grimlin making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game, Pollock. Let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Got it! Touchdown, Canes! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Barrels ahead. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Miami 34, Maryland 28.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Using his legs, it's Stroud.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
A 1st down for the offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense. Got enough space. Touchdown, Maryland! And what a great response here in overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.